All right, folks. Well, there you have it. To answer my question earlier, no, Mingos could not do it. That is not to say they won't do it in the future, but McMaster University Esports came through with another win. So we are going to be pulling in their top laner for an interview, Wszechmocny. I'm going to call him Jabbar. Just let me call him Jabbar. Hello. Welcome.
Hi,
Thank you for coming in
nice to be
and
here.
interviewing with us. So, sorry if I totally. Will you just pronounce your in game name for me? Just for my own
It's
personal?
pronounced Wszechmocny.
Do it one more time.
Wszechmocny.
Wszechmocny? Something like
That's
that.
better than most people.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I'm loving watching you play. Now, last week, you guys were trying something. You won your first game of the match. You tried something new. It didn't work out. You came back to win. This week, you guys lost your first game and still managed to pull out the win. How are your comms after that first loss? Like, what are you guys telling each other and trying to do to pull yourselves back into winning that match?
The first game, we were trying some things out. Um, we wanted to try some new things, try a different comp out. It was a little bit out of our comfort zone. So after the first win, or after the first loss, sorry, we decided to go back to our typical bread and butter comp where everyone was on strong comfort picks, and we knew how to execute it.
So we have one of our casters here, Trifolge, just absolutely mind blown by the volley bear, by your volley bear specifically. I imagine that I would see his name at the top of your list on your op.gg, but I haven't checked. Is that something that you're playing all the time? Or you're just that good?
So it is something that I started picking up around preseason.
Okay.
I was always a Volibear hater. I personally, especially because he showed up around late in the LC or LPL and LCK, he started showing up a lot. I hated that champion, but then once I saw that he was starting to be played at Worlds, I'm like, hey, maybe I'll try him out. I ended up really liking him because his early lane pressure is just so high, and a lot of people don't respect it, especially because he isn't a very common pick right now.
Yeah.
And with Divine Sunder, he completely does too much damage compared to the typical tank build.
So that gives me a little bit of insight because maybe in game two they didn't respect the volley and the Cho was kind of, yes, you were strong, but the Cho looked like he was kind of giving you free kills almost. But they didn't ban you out in the third game. Now, maybe people don't ban Volibear very often, but why do you think they didn't ban you? Or do you think that they just kind of weren't expecting you to pick it again?
Maybe they picked up the Akali, which they might have thought is a better matchup for Volibear. Maybe their top laner was confident playing into Volibear after he
Mm-hmm.
saw it once. It is an interesting pick to play around. Once you know how to play around the pick, it isn't very strong. But maybe they just had the confidence that they thought they would know how to play around it, but they didn't.
Well, honestly, I think it had a lot to do with your talent on the champ. You seemed very comfortable. You really did. I'm not trying to butter you up or make your head bigger, but it was very fun to watch. So great job. That was amazing.
Thank you.
So, do you guys feel like you had the advantage being an organized university team going against a team that kind of is more amateur?
We definitely do have a lot of resources that
Mm-hmm.
a team that is amateur might not, but considering that we aren't officially sponsored by the university or anything like that, we are just a band of university players who put together a random player as our coach. We have just players that want to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that we might have the advantage that we have a quite big reach and a pool of people to pick from. So you do get higher ranked players. You might get players that have experience. It is the competitive experience. It's very easy to set up scrims and things like that with other
Mm-hmm.
universities who are
Great
skilled
point.
as well. So we might have a lot more practice in that sense, but I don't know if we're necessarily at a raw advantage because of pure resources.
This was such a fun interview. Thank you for all the information that you've given me, and great job. Honestly, I can't wait to see
Thank
your
you.
team play more in the LSS.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck going forward.